Good morning, everyone. Today's Moravian reading is Luke chapter 15, verse 1 to 10. In our reading, Jesus tells two parables that are part of a group of three parables, the third of which is in tomorrow's reading, the prodigal son. The first is the story of a farmer who lost a sheep. The second is a woman who lost a coin. And the third in tomorrow's reading is a father who loses a son. And in all three stories, there's this common thread, this common revelation of who Jesus is, and it is remarkable. Jesus is like a poor, lowly shepherd, like a poor woman. Jesus is like a generous, grieving father who has lost something. And we are the object, the focus of his desire and his pursuit. Our God is not a distant, aloof God who couldn't care less about mere humans. He is a God who actively seeks the lost, a God who takes initiative, a God who reaches out to us. As it says in Romans 5, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. He is a God who rejoices in and delights in and celebrates each one that he rescues. And in all three parables, we see the joy of Jesus. I think it's interesting that in yesterday's reading, it says that large crowds were pursuing Jesus. But here we see it's really about Jesus pursuing us. So much so that Jesus speaks to the crowds in yesterday's reading about the cost of discipleship, carrying our cross, giving up everything, counting the cost. There's something about being sorted in life, in making it in life, success in that earthly sense that makes true discipleship incredibly difficult. The cost of true discipleship always seems too high for the wealthy and successful. But there's something about being lost, broken, recognizing our need for God that helps us to experience the Father's loving embrace and his pursuit of us. And we see that as we move from yesterday's reading into today's reading, Jesus says, 14:35, the one who has ears, let him hear. And then he moves into chapter 15, verse 1. Who are the ones who have ears to hear? It's the tax collectors. It's the sinners. It's the despised. It's the rejected. It's the outcast. It's the ones whose society scorn. These are the ones who truly had ears to hear Jesus. Whilst the wealthy, the sorted, the Pharisees, they mutter and cast judgment in the background. So just two quick thoughts to take into the rest of today. Firstly, why not spend some time reflecting on the mercy of God? What life might have been like for you if Jesus hadn't found you, if he hadn't rescued you. Ask him to show you a truer reality of just how lost you were, and let that lead you into gratitude, into worship. And secondly, church, we have to look for and go after the outsider, those who we are probably not naturally friends with because by their nature they are on the fringes of society. These are the ones most open to the gospel. And God's heart is overflowing with love for them. He wants to rejoice as he welcomes them into his family. So we celebrate Jesus as the shepherd, the woman, the father who go after what is lost. And we are thankful that he found us.